Hey everyone, welcome back to Shaaz's Tech Hub. Today, this is a crazy headline. Almost 90% of classic video games are gone or endangered. 90%. Let's take a look at an article. A recent study into the availability of classic video games appear to confirm that we all have suspected the vast majority of video games, more than a decade old, are pretty much impossible to find in their original forms due to a mixture of technical challenges, licensing, and commercial factors. The outcome of that study is summarized, quoting, "It's bad, folks. It's really bad. Of the more than 4,000 games looked at, 9 in 10 are considered critically endangered." That's averaged across everything from 1960s to 2009. And with the period of 2005 to 2009, not even seeing a fifth of the game survives today. At the end of the day, the goal of the study is that by exposing just how dire the state of game availability is, we can drive changes to our copyright laws that will make video game preservation stronger and be able to take on the challenges of the future. So now let's take a step back. Why should we preserve old video games? It's the same question as why should we preserve old movies? Why should we preserve old songs? Why should we preserve old art in the Louvre? I'm not saying random video games are just as important as artwork from Rembrandt, but what I am saying is that video games are critical to society. They are a critical art form, storytelling. We need to ensure that the video games of the past are not completely forgotten. We cannot just curate the best video games in the last 80 years based on commercial reasons and let the video game industry just decide that yes, Final Fantasy and some Mario games and some Zelda games will be preserved forever because we could sell them to you every 4 years. But we actually need to probably, as this article and studies have suggested, change some of that video game copyright laws so that can allow archivists and libraries to help out. Because honestly, video game companies are, profit-driven entities. They're not going to spend billions of dollars trying to archive and respect and recreate old video games that no one has a chance to play anymore. I can get that. But at the same time, then you gotta let go of the source code. And this study also clearly states that emulators and illegal stuff like that, no. Normal people, shouldn't have to rely on the dark web and all these, sketchy websites and strange plugins and buy an illegal Game Boy from Amazon or build your own console and then plug in this emulator and then plug in no. Over 90% of classic video games cannot be playable only through that means. And it cannot only be playable through a modern online store, because quite frankly, all these stores are closing down. We see that with the Wii U and then the 3DS online stores. So people say, oh, but all these companies are establishing nostalgia online stores and everyone's rushing to play old video games. It's just not true. The numbers don't lie, and it is concerning that no one cares about this. So hopefully with this report, hopefully with more media out there covering this, hopefully with more influential vloggers and video game enthusiasts online, we could drum up enough noise to get policy behind this, to really sit down with these video game creators and just open up the code and let these folks at the library and different archivists and specialists be able just to make some of these games available. I'm not even saying for free. You could put a paywall behind it, sadly, sure. Okay, at least we have an option, because we cannot let 90% of video games die and disappear. That's just ridiculous. So let me know what you think down below about respecting and saving video games. I believe they are an art form. It is about storytelling, just as important as old silent movies, just as important as artwork. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. As always, hit the like button, share this channel out. Let's tell YouTube that Shaaz's Tech Hub is here to stay, alright? Please. Thank you very much for watching. Talk to you all soon.